Dr. Luciani, you're wanted on the telephone. It's your fiancé.
Excuse me, Dr. Albert. I'll only be a moment. Hello, Sylvia.
Listen, I want to tell you about something fantastic that happened to me. It's incredible. Can you come to Comer's Club? What do you both know about me?
Well, almost everything. That you're the most beautiful model in Italy.
And that in a couple of weeks, you're going to have the honor of marrying me. Is that enough?
No, that's not enough. There's something much more important you have to know. Hang on.
I'm hanging?
Seems like I am the Countess Waldrock. And I'm the owner of a castle.
And you start the day with cognac.
Ooh. Here. Read that.
What is it?
It's a letter from my uncle. He's the executor of my mother's will.
My dear niece, I am pleased to inform you that you have now the right to everything that your mother has left you. Good Lord, we've got to decipher it. What writing?
It certainly is weird.
Oh, that's enough, darling. The rest just goes on to explain that I'm now the owner of a castle and a title.
Hey, Piero, you're going to marry a countess.
Look, maybe it's... well, it sounds like a practical joke.
No. It's just something I never told you about before. It seems so ridiculous, but I did know that my mother came from a very aristocratic family in Waldrock.
Was it your father who told you that?
Vaguely. He never liked to talk about my mother. They separated a few months after I was born.
All right, Countess. What are you going to do now?
Right now, at this moment, I am going to give Pierre a great big hug.
Hey, this is a respectable joint.
What are you going to do now?
I'm going there.
Where?
Waldrock. To collect the castle and all the rest of it.
Just a moment. I hope you're aware that our wedding is in 2 weeks.
Oh, darling, don't worry. I don't intend to keep you waiting at the church. I've got enough time to go sign the necessary documents, have a drink, and still be back in time to try on my wedding dress.
Welcome to Waldrock. Would you like a drink?
Yes, a whiskey, please.
Sorry, no whiskey. Only cherry brandy, vodka, Tokay wine, and some excellent beer.
All right, a beer is good.
That's what I always say. Nothing better than beer to wash away the dust flying around our old roads.
No, one will be enough for the moment.
Oh, I'm taking the liberty of drinking a glass myself. You don't mind? Long life.
Long life.
Where are you from?
From Rome.
From Rome. How I'd love to see Rome.
Why don't you go then?
No, she can't. She can't take a trip like that all alone.
Why? Is she ill?
Oh, I don't know. Only she gets weaker and weaker. Are you staying long?
No, just about a week.
Don't expect all the comforts you find in Rome. Rugart, what are you doing? Put the lady's suitcase in the front room.
Oh, don't bother. I'm not staying here.
Where do you plan to stay then?
At the castle. I'm one of the family.
The new countess?
I don't understand. What's happening?
Miss Sylvia Morel. The Count is expecting you.
Where is my uncle?
The Count, Miss Morel, never appears at this early hour. You will see him at 10 tonight. Upstairs, please.
Oh, well.
My dear Sylvia. So sorry, it's a very cold night.
Oh, what an extremely handsome uncle I have. Why have you been silent for so many years?
It never seemed to be the right moment.
I could never imagine my family owned all this.
Your ignorance is not my fault. Your father did take you away from us. That fool.
My father is dead.
I know. Did he ever talk to you about your grandmother?
No. Not about my mother. When I asked him, he became very angry. And then, of course, he drank much, much too much.
Come with me.
One could almost say that.
It's your grandmother, Malenka. And you're the image of her, Sylvia. Same beauty born of mystery. I hope I haven't shocked you.
At least tell me how my mother died.
Of melancholy.
Where is she buried?
Here. In the castle crypt.
May I see her tomb, please?
Come with me.
Do you always keep this letter?
Yes, in memory and in respect. Because veneration of the dead indicates our preoccupation with the living.
These are the important ones, aren't they?
They are your own family.
Antoine Latour, cavalry officer, 1798-1840. Who was he?
A very famous ancestor of yours. He was an officer in Napoleon's army. On the retreat from Moscow, he arrived here badly wounded. He was the second husband of the first Countess of Waldrop.
Were they happy?
Their time together was short. She really died and is resting forever in silence.
I don't understand. You mean that the others aren't really dead? Is this mother's? Sonia Latour von Woodruck, 1913-1944. My father's name is important, too.
You must never forget that here I make the decisions. Our family name is Warwick.
I want you to know that I'm proud of being Gaston Morel's daughter, even though he was only a poor painter.
You must be very tired. All of this has been enough for one day. Why don't you go to your room, my dear?
Yes. Who's there? Who are you?
I am Glinka. A long time ago, the Count was in love with me.
Do you live here with my uncle?
Do you really think he's your uncle? A man who is over 100 years old.
100? Now, really? You choose a time like 5 in the morning to come to my room to tell me such nonsense?
Sylvia, why are you so angry with me? You have a temper. Just like your mother.
Did you know my mother?
She was very blonde and very sad.
Living in a place like this doesn't exactly make you want to go around singing and dancing. Were you a friend of my mother?
No. He would never allow me to get near her. At night, he would lock her in this very room.
Did she die here?
Yes. He was never able to dominate her. Sonia remained his enemy to the very end. It all would have been different if only he'd have allowed me to be near her.
Why did he lock her up?
He wants you to do what Sonia refused to do.
What are you talking about?
You will know in time. You will know. Try not to worry about it now. I'm here, so close to you. You must sleep, Sylvia.
I am sleepy.
Sleep. Sleep peacefully, Sylvia. I'm here with you. You're not frightened. Glinka will look after you. Glinka loves you very, very much. Sleep now, sleep, sleep.
I told you not to do that!
I haven't done anything. I haven't touched her. I swear it. Where are you taking me? I won't go near her again. I promise you. No, not down there, no. Please, believe me, I won't. No. No, please. No!
kind to me. Please let her go.
She was very kind to you.
Ah!
You heard her. I have to let you go.
She never should have seen me this way. She'll always be afraid of me now. You shouldn't have.
It seems that I should tell her who you are.
And you.
Yes, who we are. And how much she can give to us. Why exactly do you wish to leave?
Why do I wish to leave? Because I want to go to Rome, and I do want to see my fiancé.
Break off with him.
Didn't I tell you I'm getting married?
You have a more important obligation. An obligation you owe because of your blood.
Look, I am not obligated to anything or anyone. You were responsible for my mother's sufferings. I never really knew you until a few days ago. And believe me, I get along very well without you. Besides, I'm allergic to castles.
It's time to tell you about our curious history. When you arrived, we talked about Malenka. Do you know how she died? At the stake, burned alive in the village square. The victim of a murderous, ignorant crowd. Malenka was a brilliant biochemist. But she refused to accept the limitations of the last century's scientific investigations. And so, she studied ancient Arabic philosophers and alchemists. She compiled anthologies of black magic and sorcery. She conducted strange experiments in order to prove the existence of the supernatural, of the transmutation of the spirit and of the body, of life beyond death. But her experiments terrified the ignorant. ever since, the Counts of Waldrook have lived under a curse.
Well, I've nothing to do with Malenka.
You are her descendant. Her blood runs in your veins. You, too, must live under that curse. That is why you must never marry.
Piero is a university graduate. He belongs to the modern generations. And believe me, he's above all your superstitions. If I were to tell him that my great-grandmother was a witch, he would want to see the broom.
You should speak with more respect.
All right, dear uncle. Let's say my great-grandmother dedicated herself to witchcraft. Why?
She was searching for the secret of immortality.
Yes, of course. And for that she died?
Yes, but not before she subjected her husband to certain experiments in necrobiology.
And tell me, my dear uncle, what came of it?
They were successful.
What? You mean to tell me that the ancestors are still alive?
Not exactly. They belong to what we call the Nosferatu. In other words, the non-dead.
My dear uncle, I'm afraid you need a long rest. Find some peaceful place, the beach, the country, anywhere, somewhere far from this monstrous place.
Of course, you believe nothing of what I say.
No.
Come with me.
Where?
Downstairs. Come along.
This is ridiculous. I've already seen the tombs.
You haven't seen the inside of them.
Is it really necessary? Look, let's leave it to another day. I'm not the curious type. Uncle, let's get out of here.
Look. It's an order.
Oh, but it's empty.
During the night, he is free. He wanders around looking for the essence he needs to maintain his eternal existence.
Where is he now?
Here.
What? Where?
Here. Right here. Right beside you.
You?
When we met for the first time and you kissed my cheek, the coldness you noticed was that of the tomb.
No. No. I don't believe any of it. You're just trying to frighten me.
You were born into this family. Never forget that. There is a marvelous world waiting for you. One that I'd like to place in your hands. A world where death does not exist. Do you understand the magnitude of what I am offering you? Forget your plans. Write to him. And I promise that letter will reach him. Write to him.
Piero, I am living a nightmare, or a reality so distorted that I no longer know the difference. Whatever the truth is, I must tell you, dear Piero, that our engagement is definitely broken.
Why does Sylvia insist upon staying here?
We'll soon know that, and if she wants to break it all off, and why. But without any pretense or useless apologies.
That's the way to go. Don't get soft and start pleading with her. Be tough.
What do you want?
We want to see Sylvia Morel.
Miss Sylvia has given orders not to be disturbed.
I'm Piero Luciani, her fiancé.
Her orders were specific. They included you.
What do we do now?
How should I know? I'd like to break down that door.
We travel. 800 miles, and she won't come down to say hello?
Well, I just won't be put off that easily.
I know.
What if she's been locked up in there?
Are you letting the village gossip get you too? You read her letter. Wasn't it in her handwriting? And didn't she say she was through?
Yes, but Sylvia...
Being a countess has just gone to her head. You're not good enough for her.
I wish I could find a way to climb that wall and speak to her for a minute. Look!
What?
Sylvia!
Nothing. Not even a sign of recognition.
Sylvia! It's me, Piero!
The Count has given orders that you should wear this dress tonight.
But what's wrong with her?
I told you. When she didn't have a penny to her name and modeled bathing suits, she was oh so sweet and affectionate. And now, there she is, a snobbish countess.
Excuse me, Doctor. Would you mind examining a girl who's not well?
But of course I wouldn't. Who is it?
I'm the girl. I seem to get weaker and weaker.
It's nothing to worry about. A bit of anemia.
I can't understand it. You know I've always been healthy.
With a little rest, some vitamins and iron, you should be up and about very soon.
Are you really sure?
Just don't worry about it.
Doctor, you've set my mind at ease. Thank you. At any rate, I think we'll keep the window closed. And this string of garlic will prevent harm from coming in.
You believe placing a bunch of garlic keeps out evil, is that it?
I'd stay out, that's for sure. Garlic tickles my nose. It makes me sneeze.
Good night, Berta. And sleep well. Try not to worry. And weaker, more and more pale and worn. Well, you've seen her. Sometimes I think, well, there's been no apparent reason.
I don't understand.
It's just that maybe someone wants to harm Berta.
I still don't understand.
That's because you're not from these parts. There's something going on here. Something evil.
Would you mind telling us both what on earth has really been going on? Whatever it is, it can be explained logically.
It can it? You'd better read a certain book. It'll tell you about all the horrible things that happened here years ago. Here, this is it. It tells of Malenka, the old Countess Malenka and her infernal castle.
A doctor has just been to see me. He wants to cure me.
Who brought a doctor here?
It was I.
You and that girl are getting more and more troublesome.
Please, you mustn't let anything happen to her.
You can't imagine the kind of peculiar nonsense that scares these people.
Look, friend, it's midnight. Tell me about it in the morning. Go to sleep.
No, listen to me. There's something abnormal about all this.
Abnormal?
Listen. In the village of Waldrook, they talk only about vampires, about the dead leaving their graves. Wooden stakes through dead men's hearts.
Will you please shut up, Piero? How'll I get any rest if you go on talking like that?
I'd call it a case of collective psychosis.
And you're a case of a psychotic bore. I just want to go to sleep.
All right. Good night, Max.
I have my doubts about that. Piero.
What's the matter?
I've just seen a huge black bat.
You're always the same. If I talk about bats, you dream about bats.
Yeah, I know I'm impressionable. Well, at least I didn't throw a shoe at it. Hey, I got an idea. Why don't you read to me about gorgeous chicks?
Ah. Come in.
Doctor, please. It's my sister.
Shut up, you mutt.
I don't understand this at all. She was anemic and weak, yes, but strong enough to get well.
I know, Doctor, but neither you nor your scientific knowledge could do anything about this. It was beyond your power. There's only one thing left to do now, drive a wooden stake through her heart.
Whew, what a monster.
That's what I beg you to do for her.
That's a superstition.
Haven't you read the book? Haven't you?
Yes, but I am a doctor. I can't acknowledge the existence of such superstitions. Freya, what does the local doctor think about all this?
Dr. Horbiger, he never thinks anything.
No. I never think or say anything. What can I say?
But apparently there have been many cases, just like this one.
Well, similar.
And your diagnosis?
Asthenia. Weakness. Anemia. Exhaustion.
Dr. Horbiger, may I ask you one question? A rather special question.
Why not?
Are you entirely sure of your diagnosis?
What do you see on the girl's throat?
It looks like 2 pinpricks with a slight inflammation.
What would you say if those 2 pinpricks were the cause of her death?
An animal bite?
No. Something 1,000 times worse. An insatiable bloodsucker.
You don't believe in vampires, do you?
No. I don't believe in vampires. But then how can you explain this? My dear colleague, perhaps you would be good enough to accompany me to my modest little laboratory.
Certainly, Doctor.
Thank you.
Max, wait here a moment, will you?
Alone? With her? dog. Scare me to death. What death does to some people.
I don't need you tonight. You may go to your room, Gladys. Don't come out whatever you hear.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. In that dress, you are Malenka. She would have liked to witness our ritual ceremony. Afterwards, my dear Sylvia, you will be young for all eternity. Take this.
No!
Drink it.
No!
Yes, drink it.
No!
Drink it. You shouldn't have come here.
But you promised to take me with you.
But not tonight. I've got to finish something very important.
That's just an excuse.
Don't insist, Bertha. You must obey me. I'll call you.
But when?
Very soon. Perhaps tomorrow. Sylvia! 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 Let me in. Let me in. Open up. Don't you hear me? Open. Sylvia. Sylvia! Let me in.
Sylvia!
Must he always torture me? He whipped me again. He chained me. Must he always be so cruel?
Why don't you run away when you get a chance?
But where could I go?
I don't know. Anywhere far away from here where the monster can't find you.
What's the use? I'm no different than Count Waldrook. But you are different. You must find a solution and a way to escape.
But how?
Go to the crypt, to the right of the tombs. There's a tunnel.
I won't forget you, Glinka. Thank you.
Do you remember me? I'm Berta. I used to work at the inn.
Oh, yes. What are you doing around here at this hour?
I like the night.
You are very pale. You shouldn't be out this late.
Nothing can happen to me anymore. Don't you know that?
Why are you running away? Wait!
Should be a tunnel just about here. But I wonder where it comes out.
It doesn't matter. Once we get inside, we'll creep along quietly and something's up.
No, don't open it! Don't open it!
Why not? It might be someone who wants a drink.
Or my sister.
No, don't say that.
Piero!
I don't believe my eyes. Sylvia, dressed like Lucrezia Borgia.
It was horrible. A nightmare. Even Berta ran after me.
Berta, what are you talking about?
Berta, the waitress that works here.
Freya's sister? Are you sure?
She was trying to bite me with those horrible fangs.
That's impossible. Berta is dead.
What?
Her funeral took place this afternoon.
But I talked to her. She ran after me. You don't believe me, do you? You think I'm going mad?
Sylvia, you're just exhausted. You'd better get some rest. I'll give you something to make you sleep. And tomorrow we'll leave for Italy.
If only everyone could leave. You're really very lucky.
You could leave too, you know. All you have to do is make up your mind.
And what about these poor people? Oh, no. I've taken the Hippocratic Oath. I'll stay and do what I can. Which isn't very much. A childbirth a month, epidemics of measles or flu, a fractured leg or a cold.
That's your life. Ours is elsewhere. We couldn't possibly stay here. You know what Sylvia told us yesterday? You won't believe it. She said she saw Berta.
I was afraid of that. We should really have buried her in the old way.
What?
Doctor, several of us saw a ghost. We just saw Berta.
Don't laugh, Piero. I had to wear one of Freya's dresses.
Then Berta?
I told you. Something much more terrible than death happened to her.
Oh, Piero, let's leave here right away.
I'd really like to, Sylvia. But if all this madness is true, then I feel that I'm responsible for whatever happened to Berta. And we don't have much time. Dr. Horbiger, what can we do to end all this nonsense?
Drive a wooden stake through her heart.
What are you doing with that?
No, it's just a protection against the forces of evil.
And what's so funny?
I just happened to think about discussing all this vampire stuff when we get back to Rome.
Just a minute, Doctor. Before you open it, I'd like to see for myself this phenomenon.
As you wish, Doctor. However, once she gets out of the tomb, it will be almost impossible to do anything with her. But, all right. We can wait in that building over there. Excuse me. Come on, follow me. Watch the grave.
Open it, Rugard. Me. I said open it. I'm so scared.
Where is she? I said, where is she?
No.
Where is she? Tell me. Tell me where she is.
I don't know.
Better tell me.
Upstairs in a room.
My nerves are all on edge, Doctor. How about giving me a drink from your flask?
Sorry, because this time I've only brought holy water.
you all right?
Don't worry about me. Go after her. Can't you see she's running away?
Doctor, they've kidnapped Miss Morel.
One crisis after another. Do you think we should go to the castle?
Don't you?
Well,
It's useless trying to dissuade you or to warn you about the intelligence of all vampires or about their evil powers.
I've got to save her, in spite of all your warnings.
A startling likeness.
You mean that isn't Sylvia?
No, that's my wife, Malenka. She died in this castle in 1835.
that's more than 100 years ago, if I know how to add.
Right.
If what you say is true, you would now be at least...
Over 150 years old.
But that's quite impossible.
As you wish. If you want to see Sylvia, she's in her room. You may go up there.
You shouldn't go.
Is anything the matter, Doctor?
No.
You seem nervous. While your friend is upstairs, please sit down and help yourselves to whatever you want. Make yourselves at home.
Our young friend has walked into a trap.
Yeah, and Count Waldrock said to make ourselves at home.
Sylvia. Sylvia.
Oh, you shouldn't have come. Please, please go away.
And you.
I must remain here.
But you love me, Sylvia. You still love me. I know that.
That's not important,
Why not?
because it can never be. I now know the horrible truth about my family.
Don't believe all those fairy tales. They're only trying to keep us apart.
Why deny the evidence? I'm bound to these walls by a force much stronger than what we ever felt for each other.
They filled your head with ridiculous fears just so they can do what they want.
What's the use, Piero? Go away. Go away. Why make it more difficult than it is already?
Where's the Count?
I don't know, he didn't say.
He's probably down in the cellar. You can either go this way or you can go that way. But I don't think you should go either way.
You want me to go with you?
Stay here. He's a little crazy. You know what I mean?
But he'll need
Let him
help.
go. Sit down.
You should be convinced by now of your failure. The only intelligent thing you can do is to leave.
Then I'll take Sylvia with me.
Against her wishes.
Tell her this is all a pack of lies. If you don't,
Not even you can kill a corpse.
this stupid farce has gone on long enough.
I agree.
No!
Oh, did you see that, Doctor? Wow, what a figure.
Can't you see that she's not alive? She's a walking corpse.
Huh? Come on, you're kidding. I bet you wish you were half as alive as she is. Hey, you!
But
Aren't you cold in that flimsy dress?
What?
I mean, aren't you afraid of catching a cold?
The coldness of the grave is in my veins.
Come on now.
I need fresh, warm human blood.
Will mine do?
Is it very warm?
I'm Italian.
Oh, would you give it all to Glinka?
To the last drop.
Oh, oh.
You're tickling me.
But I'm a vampire.
Oh, I love exotic women.
Oh, do you really?
If you want me to prove it, why don't you come along with me to Rome?
Oh, yes.
If you're going to kill me, do it now.
But beforehand, you might like to know the meaning of your death. I think it's now time for you to learn what I have in mind concerning Sylvia. And yourself.
I think an explanation might help us all.
Just imagine what would happen if my niece Sylvia should appear before a group of psychiatrists, declaring herself to be a vampire and saying that she killed you in order to drink your blood. And that I'm over 100 years old. What would happen?
Sylvia would be pronounced insane and irresponsible.
Believe me, I'm sorry to have to involve you in my plans, but you are quite obstinate. I think that explains everything.
But all this doesn't explain how Berta came back.
That's easy. Berta never died. Her death certificate was signed by Dr. Hordiger, who is always under the influence of enough alcohol so that he imagines seeing bats and vampires all around him.
But how did Berta get out of her grave?
The crypt in the castle is connected by tunnels to the cemetery, very useful in times of siege. Since Sylvia is so much in love with you, nothing would be more natural than that it should be she and only she who really introduces you to a different life. One which is without the reality of death.
Don't believe him, Sylvia. He's lied to you.
Your hour has come, Sylvia. Obey. You are now going to unite your life to this man forever. Go. Go and sink your teeth into his throat.
Wake up, Sylvia. Don't do it.
Go on. Do it now.
No, Sylvia, no.
Go ahead. Do it. Go ahead, Sylvia. Bite!
Wait! None of this is true.
I warned you not to interfere. Berta, take her away.
Don't you dare touch me.
Go on, Berta.
I was only pretending. It's the only way we can save ourselves.
That's enough! No!
I won't be at ease until I'm on a plane taking off for Rome.
So long, friend.
Since my sister no longer needs me, I would like to go to Rome with you. Do you think I would be a success there?